Okay, this video is going to be how to do a 180 ollie on your skateboard. And to start this trick, you're of course going to need the right foot stance. So what that foot stance is going to be is you're going to want to have your back foot on the tail in the same position you would for an ollie. And your front foot is going to probably need to be closer to the bolts with your heel hanging off a little bit, because I just find that a lot easier, because you're not sliding so much more distance up toward the bolts. And if you would put it in the middle, when you spin around, your foot's going to fall off, and you're only going to end up landing one-footed. So I would recommend or prefer to put your front foot closer to the bolts, and that's what your foot stance is going to look like. And to actually do the 180 ollie, you're going to again want to pop as hard as you can, because that again makes you go higher. Jump as well, and while you're doing this, of course, you're going to slide your foot towards the bolts. And this trick, you won't go as high as you would for a normal ollie, because you need less height to do the 180 spin, because it's just easier. You won't fall off your board that way. You can eventually progress to higher heights, but right now this is just if you're just learning. And what you're actually going to do is while you're doing the ollie, you're going to move your feet, your legs in a rotating position, either in front of you or behind you. I prefer to move my legs behind myself, so I like to do backside. And to help you get this rotation, you're going to want to move your hands in a position like this, a wind-up position, so it's easier. Or if you like doing it front side, you're going to do that. And that pretty much sums it up. That's how you get it. Just wind up, pop, slide, move your legs, turn your legs, and that's it. Okay, common problems with the ollie 180. The first one I would think would be over rotation of your feet, and that's where you pop. You don't really do an ollie. You just concentrate way too much on your back foot, on your front foot. Sorry, doing the rotation. And what that looks like is this. You see how that causes your board to flip all the way out behind you, because your back foot is nowhere near or over the board. And to fix that, just remember that it's the subtle rotation of your feet that's going to turn the board. Most of the rotation comes from your front foot. Your front foot shouldn't be scooping backwards. It should just be ollieing while turning just subtly. It should be doing the slide and a small backwards rotation, while your back foot also it would be doing a forwards rotation to get the back side, and it would be vice versa for a front side 180. And you just have to remember that your front foot is doing the most rotation, because your back foot is mainly the pivotal part of the 180, because it's doing that. Your front foot and the front of your board travels a much larger distance around. So with that, you should hopefully fix your over rotation. And a next problem would be landing one-footed. And what that is you're hanging your front foot off too much, or your back foot, and you have it way down. You have your front foot down towards the back end of the board, and what that looks like is it looks like this. And what you're doing there is you're concentrating too much on the back foot doing the rotation when you still have to remember that it is mostly the front foot that does most of it. And to fix that, instead of having your front foot here, put your front foot closer towards the bolts, and that way you won't have to slide it much more distance, and it will stay right over the board. Trust me, I've had that problem. And the last problem is under rotation. Okay, the last problem with the ollie 180 would definitely be under rotation. I've seen people do it so many times, and what that is you try to do the rotation. You try to do the rotation with your feet, or this way, right? But you totally almost forget to ollie, so you go, you hardly pop and then try to turn. So what that looks like is this. You hardly pop. Another example would be that, so you don't get the full 180, and that would kind of suck if you were moving, right? You'd fall and hurt yourself pretty bad. And to fix that, you just remember to wind up with your arms, with your body, pop as hard as you can, jump as hard as you can, slide up with your foot, pretty much the same steps as an ollie, but when you're doing that, the subtle rotation with your feet, either this way or that way. Alright. Alright, well that's the trick tip on how to do the 180 ollie. It should probably take you 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month. Again, if you're really good, maybe 2 weeks. But it is a hard trick to learn, front side or back side. Hard both ways, but this video should help you. I hope it does. And hopefully you'll get the trick down. Okay, do a 180.